Alright, how's it going there, YouTube? Today I'm going to be making some homemade yogurt. These are just the ingredients I'm going to be using here. Got me a gallon of milk. Over here we got some instant milk. Some gelatin. Over here I got some sugar. And some vanilla extract. I've also got the tools I'm going to be using, which I got a ladle for ladling out the milk mixture into the jars once they're done sanitizing. Got a candy thermometer so I can take care of the to monitor the temperatures. Got me a little spoon there to stir everything up, and I'm also gonna be putting a little bit of honey in there with it. So, and I'm also gonna be incubating this in my Excalibur dehydrator. So let's get this started and see how it turns out. This is the first time I'm trying it, so we'll see what's going on with it. Okay, I got my quart jars getting ready to start boiling to sterilize. Okay, I got my stainless steel pot that I'm going to be warming up the milk mixture with. So I'm going to pour a whole gallon of milk into this because I'm going to make 4 quarts. Alright, got 4 quarts of milk right there. Okay, now to that gallon of milk, I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of dried powdered milk. Okay, now I'm going to add 1 packet of unflavored gelatin. It'll give the yogurt a more custardy kind of texture to it, and gotta make sure you drop the packet in there. Now I'm also gonna add about a cup of some, or about a quarter cup of some pure honey. Now my honey's, it's starting to sugarize a little bit, so I gotta use a spatula to get it out of here. Another good scoop. Yeah, it looks like about a quarter cup to me. Just give it a little extra sweetness without adding a whole lot of extra sugar. Now I'm just going to stir up this mixture before I put it on the heat, just to get the gelatin and sugar and honey incorporated into the milk. Just makes it so the gelatin doesn't really clump up and make little globules. Globules. Yeah, that's a good word. Make little lumpies in your yogurt. So we'll get this stirred up, and then we'll get it put on the heat and go from there. Okay, I got my milk mixture. I got everything pretty well stirred up. I made sure I put my candy thermometer in there to monitor the temperature. You don't want it to get over 160 degrees. Just warming this up to kind of pasteurize the milk. You're going to constantly want to stir this. Yeah, I got it on about a medium to medium high heat. And we'll just keep stirring this to keep the milk from scorching. And let it get up to 160 degrees, and then we'll put it in the hot sterilized jars after we add some vanilla to it once it gets up to temperature. Okay, now my milk temperature is starting to warm up. It's almost to 100 degrees now. So I'm just going to add about 2 tablespoons of vanilla to my milk mixture, just to give it a little bit extra flavor. Now you could omit the vanilla if you like just a plain flavored yogurt. I figured vanilla will give it a little bit of extra flavor. Plus with the fruit and whatever else you want to put on top of it, should give it a decent flavor. Okay, we've reached 160 degrees on our milk mixture. So we're going to shut off our heat and remove the milk mixture from the stovetop. Now, we're going to start putting this into the jars after the temperature. Make sure you got all in frame here. Once the temperature reaches about 110 degrees, we're going to put this into the jars. Then we'll add our culture, our yogurt culture, which is just a store-bought brand of yogurt. Okay, our milk mixture has reached a temperature of 160 degrees, which is just where we want it. Now we're going to take it off the heat, just set it on the counter, and let it cool down a little bit until it reaches right around 110, 105 degrees. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take some yogurt we just bought at the store. Make sure it's a yogurt with the live cultures in it. This one I do believe has 4 live cultures in it, so should be a good one. And we're going to spoon this stuff, the milk mixture, into our sterilized jars. And then we'll add our yogurt, the actual store-bought yogurt for our culture, into the jar, give it a good stir. Now, while we're waiting on the milk mixture to cool down, I am preheating my Excalibur to 115 degrees, where we will put the jars to let it incubate. Okay, as you can see, we let the temperature drop from 160 degrees to just below 110. Now is the time we're going to want to add our yogurt to really get our culture started. Zoom that out. Now, like I said, I'm just using regular store-bought Greek style yogurt, and since I'm doing a gallon's worth, I'm going to put about, usually put about one good heaping tablespoon per quart. So I'm going to put, it looks like about half of this into the mix, and make sure I get this all stirred up really good, and so there's no clumps in there. And then we'll start bottling it up. Okay, I got my yogurt all mixed in with my milk mixture. Now I'm just gonna ladle it up into the jars. I'm going to keep doing this until the jars are full. Just keep filling them up. Alright, now I'm just going to put the lids on these and just put a band on these, just finger tight. I'm using the Tatler reusable canning lids. I've never tried these before, but I figured, heck, instead of using up some regular good lids, I'll use these and I can use them over again. Okay, now I've got my Excalibur heated up. I preheated it to 115 degrees. I took the trays out and I'm just going to put these jars here inside and close her up and let it incubate inside the dehydrator for the next 8 to 9 hours. Now, so we'll check it back in at that time. Well, pulled the yogurt out of the dehydrator after 9 hours, and I think it's a flop. Yogurt ain't supposed to be like that. Tastes good, but for some reason it didn't thicken up like it was supposed to. Not sure what I did wrong with it, but back to the drum board, I guess. Thanks for watching.